For the future King and Queen of Britain, the word security usually brings to mind discreet guards, motorcades, and coded alerts from Scotland Yard. But this time, the danger isn't political, it's sitting quietly in their garden. As the Prince and Princess of Wales prepare to move from their cosy, storybook Adelaide cottage into the stately and sprawling Forest Lodge, royal watchers say that one of their children's favourite toys could pose an unexpected threat. Yes, we're talking about a trampoline. It might sound almost comical, the idea that something as innocent as a backyard trampoline could make royal headlines. But when you consider the scale of the storms that have recently battered the United Kingdom, toppling trees, tearing down power lines, and even closing King Charles's Balmoral estate, it suddenly doesn't seem funny at all. For William and Kate, who have always prioritized safety and stability for their 3 children, this small domestic issue could turn into a very real hazard if ignored. In a recent appearance on Eugene Levy's Apple TV Plus series The Reluctant Traveller, Prince William revealed a charming detail about home life inside the Wales household. "Louis is absolutely obsessed with trampolining," he laughed. The youngest royal, at just 7 years old, has become the family's boundless source of energy, a little boy who seems happiest when airborne. It's an image that delights the public, the future monarch, stripped of pomp, just another dad talking about his kids. But experts are urging the royal couple to think twice before setting up the trampoline in the open gardens of Forest Lodge, their new 8-bedroom home nestled within Great Windsor Park. Matt Stewart, a garden safety specialist at Sun Aggregates, issued the blunt warning: unsecured trampolines are the #1 most dangerous garden item during stormy weather. Their lightweight metal frames act like sails. High winds can lift them clean off the ground, sending them crashing into fences, cars, or windows. It's not only a risk to property, but a serious hazard to people and animals. The timing of his caution couldn't be more apparent. The UK is still reeling from the aftermath of Storm Amy, which swept across the country with devastating force, closing roads, downing power lines, and tragically taking lives. In Yorkshire, 1 man was killed by a falling tree. Network Rail described the winds as hitting much harder and faster than forecast. The chaos even reached the monarchy. Balmoral, the king's beloved Highland retreat, was forced to temporarily shut its gates after suffering damage. If that can happen to a royal fortress, what chance does a trampoline stand? According to Dave Thompson, Director of Claims at Tesco Insurance, even the most ordinary garden furniture can become lethal in such conditions. "We've seen trampolines roll into greenhouses, garden sheds, even neighbors' windows," he said. "They might look sturdy, but in a gale, they move like paper. Anything light, large, and unsecured becomes a missile." For families, royal or otherwise, Thompson's advice is simple: if you can't store items in a shed or garage, bolt them down. Place them in the most sheltered corner of the garden. Even large flower pots, or outdoor toys, should be moved away from the house during high winds. Forest Lodge, while picturesque, is uniquely exposed. Unlike Adelaide Cottage, which sits snugly in a sheltered corner of Windsor grounds, the new property opens out onto vast lawns, edged by open parkland. That means fewer natural windbreaks, and more open space for the elements to gather speed. And while the public tends to think of the Wales's homes as unshakable fortresses, the truth is more ordinary. Their family life is rooted in practicality, not pomp. Both William and Kate have insisted on creating a home that feels normal, a space where their children can run barefoot, climb trees, and play outside without bodyguards hovering nearby. Kate's approach to motherhood is very hands-on, says one royal aide. She's the kind of mum who insists on strapping the kids into the car seats herself, who checks the locks, who makes sure everything in the garden is safe before they play. She'll have already read every line of that safety warning. It's a detail that fits perfectly with the couple's image: modern, down-to-earth, but meticulous about the small things that keep their family grounded. Still, the move to Forest Lodge represents a major shift, both emotionally and symbolically. Located just a few miles from Windsor Castle, the property offers space, seclusion, and grandeur. It's also a step up from Adelaide Cottage, which, though charming, has long been seen as a temporary nest. Royal records show that Forest Lodge underwent a £1.5 million restoration in 2001 and is currently being upgraded again under the couple's supervision. Planning applications submitted to the local council earlier this year include minor external renovations and internal alterations, all personally funded by the Prince and Princess. The couple reportedly insisted on eco-friendly materials and discreet security upgrades, reflecting their shared commitment to sustainability and privacy. Insiders suggest that the couple's decision to move was partly practical. Their children are growing, their duties expanding, and Adelaide Cottage's modest layout no longer suited their family's needs. But Forest Lodge, with its sweeping gardens and wooded perimeter, promises not just space, but tranquility, a place where the children can play safely and freely. And yet, as recent weather patterns remind us, even tranquility can be fragile. The UK's storms are growing stronger, more erratic, and more dangerous, a reality that even the royal family cannot ignore. Environmental experts have long warned that Britain's climate is entering a new era of unpredictability. Ironically, that warning dovetails with one of Prince William's lifelong missions, protecting the planet. Through his Earthshot Prize, the Prince has spoken passionately about sustainability, innovation, and preparing future generations for a changing world. But as one royal observer dryly noted, sometimes the future king's environmental lessons come home, quite literally. It's one thing to talk about climate resilience, it's another to make sure your son's trampoline doesn't take flight in a gale. The image is almost cinematic. Forest Lodge's manicured lawns under stormy skies, the Prince of Wales in his Barber jacket rushing to secure garden furniture, while Louis laughs through the window. It's a reminder that beneath the grandeur, the royal family faces the same small domestic dramas as everyone else: unpredictable weather, muddy boots, and a child's favorite toy that refuses to stay put. Despite the humorous tone of some headlines, the warning is a serious one. In 2022 alone, British insurers recorded over £35 million in property damage caused by unsecured outdoor items during storms. Trampolines, sheds, and gazebos ranked among the top offenders. For William and Kate, whose lives are defined by preparation, this is likely one more note on their ever-growing list of moving logistics, somewhere between install security fencing and choose wallpaper for the nursery wing. Yet the story captures something much deeper about their reign-to-be. They are the bridge between old-world royalty and modern familyhood, equally at home in Westminster Abbey and a windy backyard. A former palace staffer put it best: William and Kate's legacy won't just be about ceremony, it'll be about relatability. They are parents who worry about garden safety, who talk about bedtime routines, who want their kids to grow up knowing the real world, storms and all. And so, as the future king and queen settle into Forest Lodge, the message from experts stands firm: anchor the trampoline, bolt the furniture, and prepare for the tempests that no crown can stop. Because even in Windsor, where titles echo through history, there are moments when royal life looks a lot like everyone else's, one gust of wind away from chaos, and one family determined to keep each other safe.